Hello there. I'm Mother Eartha. I tell stories, and sometimes I just talk about stuff. And today I want to talk about what it means to be a true success. Now, first off, let me tell you, I'm older than dirt. So I've been around a long time, and I've done a bunch of stuff. But no getting around it. Mostly, I've been a puppet all my life. Now, I got my beginning performing and supporting roles with a puppet theater troupe called Rainbow Lil Theater. I got my first big break as the female lead in a play called Christmas Time. I have to tell you, I thought I was really something back then. I was all starry-eyed and headed for stardom. Well, you might know that didn't happen. And as I aged and I no longer fit the ingenue roles, I began doing solo work. And I ended up traveling around just a bit, telling stories to small groups at schools and libraries and such. And then for a long time, I didn't do much of anything. I guess I thought I was pretty much done. Well, now I'm telling you all this because I got an email from a young woman who has been feeling like failure lately. And she's losing hope of ever being a success. And she wondered if I had any advice for her. So, the first thing I thought about was how to determine what success really is. And secondly, it got me to thinking about how it feels to begin and begin and begin again, never really knowing if you're doing anything worth doing or ever going to do anything worth doing. But speaking from experience, I can tell you it's like getting on a treadmill of just trying, never really going anywhere. Some folks might call that a sign of failure or being unsuccessful. But I have a different take on this. You might have already figured out. Someone once said, if first you don't succeed, we'll just redefine success. And, the self-help experts will tell you that you need big self-confidence to believe in yourself in order to succeed. But I kind of see it differently because I always start out believing I'm likely to fail. And not only does it not defeat me, in fact, it keeps me humble and fiercely determined all at the same time. Because I know all I have to do each and every time I try is fail a little bit less than I did the last time. It also ensures I never reach a place where I consider myself to be at a pinnacle of achievement. I guess one could say I'm proudly unsuccessful most of the time, and so I can handle being so because I know in my heart I gave it my best shot, even if I still came up short. And the upside is that I always learn something from the trying anyway. Well, it turns out most of us are nothing more than a work of progress, and we can never be fully completed, which kind of gives us another way to look at success as a never-ending journey. This is, in many ways, better than ever actually arriving anyway, so long as I'm honest with myself where I am in the journey. I can maintain the enthusiasm necessary to carry forward, even when understanding there isn't a specific destination, or a recognition, or a pat on the back waiting at the end. No trophy necessary, just for trying my best, even if my best never wins anything. My reward will always be that I tried and I learned. Well, more importantly, and here's the kicker, what the world declares as successful is never what God sees. Anyway, so long as we remain ever mindful that improvement and gain, however small, is always possible, we can keep moving, knowing that God is looking at what we do with a different kind of value scale, looking at what is eternal and not temporary. The main thing is to keep God's expectations first and foremost, always being mindful of what He wants instead of only what we think we want. Therefore, I have concluded that what defines true success is nothing more than the simple act of trying and then trying again with God's glory ever in mind, because it's His approval we really need in the end, right? Regardless how others judge you, those of us who persevere in spite of never finding acceptance from the world are those who represent a very different kind of success. And not because we reach a specific goal, but because neither obscurity nor lack of riches or recognition can limit someone who is sincerely committed to continued personal growth and serving God in everything one does, from the simplest task to the most difficult. Success to those in the world means achieving something that's revered in this life on earth. Success as God sees it is something that's achieved of infinite value, eternal in this life and the life to come. Now, which would you rather have? Turns out those who find the riches, fame, or worldly success also discover, usually too late, the price was just way too high. Oh, soul, are you weary and troubled? No light in the darkness to see. There's a light from God the Savior, and life more abundant and free. Well, turn your eyes upon Jesus, uphold His wonderful face, and the things of earth will grow strangely dim in the light of His glory and grace, and the things of earth will grow strangely dim in the light of His glory and grace. Till next time.